Before you move to Chino, California, there are some things they don't tell you. And if you skip through this video, you might find out the hard way. Listen, I'm not here to sell you on Chino. I'm here to give you the real picture because I've watched people move to the city completely unprepared, and I've watched others move here and absolutely love it. The difference? Information. Chino is one of the most searched relocation destinations in the Inland Empire right now, and for good reason. But it's also one of the most misunderstood cities in Southern California. People hear Chino and they think they already know what they're getting. Trust me, they don't. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 10 things you absolutely must know before you make the move. From the neighborhoods nobody talks about, to the commute reality, to where the smart money is flowing right now. Whether you're buying, renting, or just exploring your options, stay with me because what I'm going to share could save you from making a very expensive mistake. And by the way, I get calls, texts, and emails every single week from people just like you who are considering a move to Chino. And I absolutely love those conversations. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, my number is in the description. Reach out anytime. Now let's get into it. All right, number 1. If you've been looking at homes or rentals in Chino Hills, Diamond Bar, or Ontario Ranch, you already know Southern California is not cheap. But here's what a lot of people don't realize. Chino sits right next to some of the priciest zip codes in the Inland Empire, and it consistently comes in more affordable on a price per square foot basis. That means more house for your money, more yard for your kids, and more room in your budget at the end of the month. But, and this is important, Chino is far from cheap. The median price for a single family home is currently in the mid 700,000s to low 800,000s, and that number swings significantly by neighborhood. Areas closer to Chino Hills tend to command higher prices due to larger lots and newer construction, and what a lot of first-time home buyers completely overlook are the HOA fees and property taxes, especially in master plan communities, just like the Preserve at Chino, which can add hundreds of dollars to your monthly payment. So always get a full breakdown of your total monthly ownership cost before you fall in love with a home. The list price is just the beginning. All right, number 2, the housing mix is more diverse than you think. Chino isn't a one-size-fits-all market. You got newer master plan communities with modern finishes and HOA amenities on one side, and older ranch-style homes with bigger lots and no HOA on the other. The variety is actually one of the Chino's biggest strengths. Whether you're growing a family, a first-time home buyer, or an investor looking for value and opportunity, there's something here for you. The key is knowing which neighborhoods match your goals, and that's where working with someone who knows this market inside and out makes all the difference. Number 3, the weather reality nobody warns you about. This is one nobody talks about, and I promised you it was coming. Southern California is famous for sunshine, and Chino delivers plenty of it. But what people moving here from other states don't expect is just how extreme the temperatures get inland. Summers regularly hit the high 90s and push past 100 degrees, with very little of the coastal breeze that places like Irvine or Long Beach enjoy. Winters are mild, but we do get frost, and the temperature swings between night and day can genuinely catch people off guard. But the bigger surprise, and the one that matters for safety, is the Santa and the winds. Every fall, these hot, dry, and powerful wind events sweep through the region, dropping humidity to almost nothing and significantly increasing fire risk. If you're coming from a humid climate, the dry air alone takes adjustment. This isn't meant to scare you, it's just something you need to plan for. Good air conditioning is not optional here, it's necessary. All right, number 4, the commute. All right, on this one, I'm gonna give it to you straight here because you deserve the truth. If you're commuting to Los Angeles or Orange County, expect this. It's a real drive. The 57 and the 60 freeways are your primary arteries, and during peak hours, you're going to feel it. My advice, always add 30 to 45 minutes on top of whatever Google Maps tells you during peak hours. And before you commit to any neighborhood, do a test drive during your actual commute windows. The 7 to 9 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. slots will tell you everything you need to know. All right, number 5, let's talk about schools. Chino Valley Unified School District serves the area, and like any large district, there's variations. Some schools are genuinely excellent and highly rated, others less so. If you have kids or you're planning ahead for resale value, this matters more than most people realize. Specific neighborhoods feed into specific schools, and that boundary line can affect both your daily life and your home's long-term value. This is one of the most important conversations I have with families who are relocating, and I'll be happy to walk you through some of the details. But what I would strongly suggest before visiting either Chino or any other neighborhood or city is do your own research online. Check out the ratings and see if that's a fit for your children. All right, number 6, new development. Chino is a city that's constantly evolving. You'll see a mix of older, established neighborhoods with mature trees alongside massive, brand new master plan communities, and that blend creates a unique dynamic. The city is actively investing in infrastructure, parks, and commercial centers, and the western corridor near the airport is seeing particularly significant growth right now. What this means for you as a buyer or investor is that the appreciation story here has real legs. New schools, new services, new retail. When you see that kind of momentum, it usually signals one thing for property values: upward pressure. If you're thinking long-term, where the growth is happening today matters a lot. Number 7, the airport. Chino has a general aviation airport, and depending on where you live within the city, you may hear small aircraft during the day. Now, this isn't LAX. We're talking single-engine planes and light aircraft, not commercial jets. For most residents, like myself, it just becomes background noise quickly. But there are specific neighborhoods closer to the flight path where this is more noticeable. And there are future development conversations tied to the airport that are worth being aware of. I'll tell you exactly what you need to know when we talk. Number 8, safety. Now, just like any city, Chino is not uniform. There are neighborhoods that are extremely family-friendly, quiet, and well-maintained, and then there are pockets that require a bit more research before you commit. The good news is that with the right guidance, you can zero in on the areas that match your lifestyle and give you peace of mind. Don't let a broad generalization about a city steer you away or into somewhere without doing your homework. I can help you do that homework. Number 9, lifestyle. This one matters more than people think, and Chino genuinely surprises people here. Right on the city's border is Chino Hills State Park, with miles of hiking and biking trails that feel a world away from the suburbs. Prado Regional Park offers disc golf, shooting, equestrian facilities, and wide open space. The Plains of Fame Air Museum is a hidden gem, especially if you got curious kids. And the Chino Spectrum covers your day-to-day retail and dining needs. But beyond the major attractions, it's the smaller things that build a real sense of community here. The local farmers market, neighborhood events, the annual Chino Youth Christmas Parade. These are the things that turn into a place you live, into a place you actually belong. And you're still close enough to the mountains, the desert, and the coast that your weekends don't ever have to look the same twice. And number 10, investors. So pay attention here. Chino is quietly on the radar of some very savvy real estate investors right now, and here's why. The price to rent ratio in many parts of Chino still makes sense. Rental demand is strong, driven by people who want the Inland Empire lifestyle but aren't yet ready to buy. And with the development activity and infrastructure investment happening across the city, the appreciation story here has legs. If you're looking to deploy capital in the IE, Chino deserves a serious look. So there you have it, guys. 10 things you need to know before you move to Chino. I hope this gave you a clearer, more honest picture of what life here is really like. And if you found this helpful, a thumbs up and a subscribe go a long way. It helps me keep making content like this for people who are doing exactly what you're doing right now. But more importantly, you don't have to figure this out alone. Every single week, I have people just like you reaching out to me. Families relocating from out of state, first-time buyers who aren't sure where to start, investors looking for their next move, people thinking about selling and wanting to know what their home is worth in today's market. I love those conversations because every situation is different, and that's exactly where I can help. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. My number is 909-374-4260. And all of my contact information is right there in the description below. There's also a link to schedule a free, no pressure consultation whenever you're ready. So no pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation about what makes sense for you and your family. Once again, I'm Christian, and I'm here when you're ready. Let's make your next move the right one.